Oh.
What?
I think we should probably do this topic.
What topic?
The one I highlighted.
I can't find it. Oh,
you'll find
I
it.
found it. Womp. Womp. I'm sad. I'm genuinely sad.
We have made the difficult decision to not move forward with LTX 2024. There are 4 key reasons. One, the vast majority of our company does not focus on events. And while our core competencies like technology, media production, do overlap somewhat with event running, the vast majority of our time and effort is spent on other things, which means that we do not have well-established processes and workflows, and running events at a large scale requires well-established processes and workflows, or you end up with a lot of inefficiency and you end up with a lot of stress. So that's the biggest reason, but also very closely related to the next reason, which is also the biggest reason, and that's crunch. While there is a lot of work that can be done in advance of an event like LTX, there's also an enormous amount of work that has to be done in the days or even the hours immediately before the doors open. This puts a ton of strain on the entire team. Another big reason is cost. I want to be transparent with you guys. That's the way we run this company. That's the way we run this channel. LTX 2023 was profitable, which is good. But there's also an enormous opportunity cost compared to focusing on our regular activities, meaning that prioritizing LTX doesn't necessarily make the most sense. And remember, part of that opportunity cost is not just money. Part of it is also process and quality of life for the team and all those things. I mean, I even said on WAN Show at LTX 23, when Luke asked me the hard question of, is it coming back? I talked about this. I talked about the crunch. I talked about how even if it does make money, that doesn't mean it necessarily makes sense.
I asked him then because I was trying to get him to commit to it before he thought about it logically.
No, I had already been thinking about it a lot.
Sucks. Yeah.
Number 4 is it's not all about money, of course. LTX was born out of a desire to serve the community and other creators, but again, it's clear that for the investment we made into LTX, which was very substantial, there are many other opportunities that we could pursue for collaborations and community engagement that might be more exciting and don't cause the same degree of strain for the people that work on the event. So that's what it pretty much comes down to. We do have some alternative things to be excited about. One of them is Whale Land. We are going to continue doing Whale Lands, aiming for anywhere from 200 to 300 attendees per one. I'd like to do them more often than just once a year. Personally, I'd be down to do it once every couple months, once every few months. I've had some people approach me internally and say, hey, they think that's too much and it won't be special anymore or something like that. I honestly think it'd be in some ways more special. I think it'd be just such a just hangout. Just kind of break the routine.
LTX was a really cool event for the fans as a whole, but Whale Land I have more personal fun at.
So, and if we could do more Whale Lands, and if we could bring some elements of LTX to Whale Land, like maybe at a Whale Land, we have a tech midway, like we had at LTX. Or, some of the con evil, games or things like that. Like I think there's ways for us to make Whale Land really amazing.
You could still even potentially have like the water cooling educational workshop thing.
Totally. Like if someone like a Rod came up, there's no reason why we couldn't, do something like that. Okay, yeah, at this Whale Land, we're going to be doing tube bending 101.
Yeah, and maybe it doesn't run the whole time because maybe Rod wants to play some games too.
Yeah, and maybe someone like Rod actually gets to play games for a change.
Yeah.
I'm not convinced he actually plays games. I think he just builds cool computers.
No, I thought he was really into, wasn't it War Thunder or something?
I don't know. I've never seen him actually play a game, but I've seen him build a lot of cool computers.
I've seen him play
That's
games.
all I'm saying. I've
seen him play games. I've seen him do both.
I've seen him build far more cool computers than play games.
I saw him build a computer that was on fire.
Let's see if he's in the chat.
That's pretty sick.
He says yes.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what he's responding to exactly because of the chat delay. But definitely yes.
My dad says there should be quarterly Whale Lands.
Okay. All right. Rob, I'm on it. Okay? We're working on it. We need a facility first. Jeez.
Excitement is high.
So yeah, this was a super emotional decision I shouldn't say decision for me because I didn't make the decision. I was involved in the decision. I laid out my points. I ultimately did advocate against future LTXs just for, look, I mean, okay, maybe I'm speaking out of turn here. Colton basically said point blank, if we're doing LTX again, I can't do this. I don't blame him. It's brutal. And so it's like, it's not just like,
I have said the whole, so he was against, I was for. I have said the whole time though, that I'm happily voting for as someone who had nothing to do with any of the work that was involved in it. I think my vote was probably like the least valuable out of all of them, because I was the least attached out of everyone, I think, genuinely. So it's easy for me to say, yeah, we should keep doing it. I had some arguments which were like, it was profitable, and getting cons to a profitable point is very difficult.
Yep.
And cons tend to have natural inherent growth and become very highly profitable on the high end. And I do think we were trending in that direction. And there were a lot of like financial efficiency things that I think did quite poorly with this time around. We could have saved more money. We could have made more money both at the same time, all this kind of stuff. But
yeah,
all the work and stuff involved.
And
there is still the opportunity cost.
And min-maxing the work and profit was never what LTX was about.
Yeah.
And so I feel like you're right. The con could have become a huge profit center. You are right, but it wouldn't have been LTX anymore. And that was a big part of...
I think it could still be.
I think it would be a very, very difficult path to navigate.
Yeah. And potentially not worth it.
And maybe Whale Land is how we can keep that fun, small community feel.
I think it's pretty cool that there's a plan instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, because...
just dropping it and be like, guess we're never doing it again would kind of suck.
Which I also didn't say.
Yes.
I said we are not doing 2024.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, Whale Land, the fact that we will have a facility that we like know the people who own it means that the rate we'll be paying is, I don't know, nothing. Means that we can price the tickets at something that we feel is
the very least reasonable.
Not what the market will bear,
yeah,
but like reasonable, but also, we need to make sure the time makes sense for our team to put work into it and make it a really cool event, but not worry about pinching pennies. So we can just make it a really cool event and just make it fun, right?
Oh, Sean, sorry, I'm going to derail slightly. Sean LMG in Floatplane Chat just spoke. I wasn't sure if I should or could name him.
Yeah, it was like 2 weeks ago, I think.
Yeah, so he told me that I can. I also asked if I could give the background there, and he said yes.
Oh, sure,
so
yeah,
this is Whaler99 from the forum.
Yeah.
Who's our new IT person at Linus Media Group.
Not even that new anymore. I mean, hasn't he been here almost 6 months now or something?
Somewhere around that. Yeah,
I think
been here for a bit.
Yeah, it's been hard to keep that in.
Yeah.
I wanted to refer to him on the show as Whaler. Like,
whoops, don't want to mention that. But yeah, so some people might actually know Sean if you've been around the forum, especially in the earlier days of the forum. If you've seen Whaler99 around. That's him. So yeah, I don't remember what I was referencing, but I wasn't sure if I could name him, and now I do know, and that's Sean. So yeah. Yeah,
so he actually like reports to Luke.
Yeah. So he's sort of used to as a mod back in like 2012 or whenever he first started working with me on the forum.
He was one of the first mods.
Yes.
Like freaking
He's
OG.
like actually one of the OGest forum people ever.
Yeah.
But yeah, he just said Whaler Land.
So, yeah. So he'll be probably helping us out with getting that set up once he gets his poor like head out from under the water of like our IT tech debt.
Rough. You're gonna like the new disaster recovery doc.
Oh yeah,
it's like wicked. How many pages is it? He's
200.
watching 200. It's more than 200, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. It's for everything.
Oh.
Is there a disaster? Solutions.
What happens if WAN show
And it's
goes
like
down?
very clickable, so you
I
can
haven't
like
written that one
jump
yet.
to different parts of it and all that kind of stuff. 210, yeah. Hell yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Yeah, it's cool. It's good. Anyways, yeah, so that's sad, but there is the good news of whale lands more and more awesomer. And I'm sure there'll be more details on that in the future.